I was a skinny kid back in high school, and I would go home and play Minecraft CSGO for hours, so naturally when it came to going to the gym, I'd come home, play video games, but the more I'd lift, the more I was told I had to count my calories, do cardio, and do all the stuff that I really didn't want to do. But after gaining over 22 pounds in muscle mass and helping over 23,000 people do the same working a 9-to-5 job, I've learned that I wasn't skinny, I just didn't know how to eat. And in this video, I'm not only going to show you the 3 reasons you can't eat enough or you eat too much, but also to avoid looking the same in the mirror after spending hours in the gym by doing this one simple thing 99% of the guys who do score Instagram reels don't understand, because they've never worked a day in their life. 80% of the reasons why you eat isn't because you're actually hungry, and there are 3 main reasons for this. First, we come home from work only to have to do a shitload of gym meal prep, so we end up gooning for hours, when instead, if we were to make all our decisions when our mental energy is high, by making getting shredded like playing video games, by doing these 3 small things, it would be really, really easy. First, put everything in place the night before. So your water bottle, your shaker, your tank tops, put the food in front of the fridge, in fact. Whatever makes you remember what you're going to do tomorrow the second you wake up. Have something right on your nightstand, right on your desk, so you can see it and say, yes, I'm going to go to the gym today. Yes, this is what I'm doing today. Next, you want to start adding small things into your day depending on your goal. So if you're bulking, you want to add these foods into your diet. If you're cutting, you want to add these foods into your diet. And just make it a goal to eat more good foods, more calories or less calories in the morning, depending if you're bulking or cutting. And by having these small goals, you won't be thinking, oh crap, how am I gonna, climb Mount Everest here? I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Well, if you're gonna climb Mount Everest, you might as well pack a backpack first, right? So this is what you're doing. You're packing a backpack, you're planning what you're gonna do the day before. Second, making getting shredded like playing a video game. Because what happens is, we spend all this time worrying about how we're gonna fail, what we're gonna do, the perfect 60, 30, 90-minute ab workout we're gonna do, the perfect, 27 high protein meals, whatever. We don't need any of that crap. If you were to reframe your mind into doing small things to get jacked, like playing a video game, improving your diet, training, sleep, hormones, etc., doing these really, really small, easy things, then you avoid this trap of ending up failing because you're too busy locking in, thinking you're a failure, then saying, oh, I just have to lock in again. At no point did you think, maybe I should step back. Maybe I should stop torturing myself for nothing. And when you do, you end up gooning for hours and hurting yourself even more because you don't understand why you're torturing yourself or what you're doing to torture yourself. Next reason is emotional eating. Because what will happen is we'll end up saying one of the 3 most dangerous words in cutting history. And these are, I just won't eat later, one cheat meal won't hurt, and nobody else is doing it. And the fact is that if anybody else is doing it, you wouldn't be doing this because that's why you're watching this video. You need to frame your mind into the winner's mindset of doing small things like getting shredded, stacking wins, and making it easy to do so. Have a journal, have a log, do whatever works for you, do any of that manifestation, mindfulness crap, whatever makes you get up in the morning, start doing it immediately. What I like to do is I'll wake up in the morning and I'll say, today's gonna be a great day. Today I'm gonna accomplish X, Y, Z, and I'm just gonna do it, and even if I fail, tomorrow I'll have even more motivation to do it the next day. And this ties into the last point, which is recovery. We get into this ruthless cycle of self-torture of, well, I'm working so hard, but I'm not seeing any progress. But you don't question about, oh, am I doing something wrong? Oh, is what everyone else is telling me wrong? No, you say, oh, I just have to work harder. Maybe if I work harder, maybe if I just watch Ashton Hall's 60-minute lock-in morning routine, and I binge Andrew Tate and David Goggins, they will succeed. No, that isn't how you win. If you try to kill off your sleep, then you're going to be miserable, and you're going to stay fat forever. And 3 things you need to know to fix your sleep is you want to add in small things to improve your sleep. You want to see recovery as what it is, not just gooning for hours because you feel like you have to lock in and you can't lock in, so you're a failure. And not worrying too much about sleep, because the more you worry about it, the harder it's going to be. So if you're like, well, that's not good enough, I really, really want to, I want to know how much I have to rest, how much I have to work. Follow the 80-20 rule, alright? So 80% of the time, you work, 20% of the time, you rest. Generally, get 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night, but if you follow the 80-20 rule with your work, and then follow, I'd say, 10 to 15% of your calories can be junk food, so if you're on a 3,000 calorie diet, that's like 2-3 sugar cookies by the end of the day, if you're looking to have a specific amount of what you should aim for. Yeah, it's basically it, bro. Keep doing the hard work, especially if you don't feel like it.